Hello and welcome to my channel. I actually changed my status from an international student to a PR, that's permanent residence. And this happened on the 7th of January. I've had this status for, how many months is that? 7 months. This is July, so this is 7 months now. Yeah. And one of the benefits of having a PR is not having to pay the international student fees because those fees are so high. I'm not the one that did it. I didn't do it on my own. If you ask me how to do that process, I don't know much about it. But what I'll say is it was my mom. She applied for a permanent resident together with my dad. So my dad was part of the application as her spouse, and since she has children, so we were put in the application as dependents because she can't come here on her own. She has to come with her family, her nuclear family. So that's how that happened. Then she applied and she got her permanent residence. We all got our permanent residence. You have to come and land and get your card. I think the card came in a month or 2 months. That's what has been happening, and I'm just doing things, sending emails to the school. I got my PR here in Regina, so that's for the provincial nominee. I can still school in Brandon because from what I've heard, it's the principal applicants that has to stay in this province. Others can stay somewhere else, but as everybody going out, it's even better for me if I'm staying here because I don't have to pay for rent. Feeding is taken care of. When people are doing things, I just follow along. I'm not thinking too much like when I'm living on my own. Yeah, all those things. So I hope that answers a lot of people's questions. I'm still going to talk more about this because I did come as an international student too, so I can say things about applying for a study permit. I applied for my study permit all on my own. I actually came to Canada. I think I've said it in some of my videos where I came to Canada June 26th of 2022, which is last year, and I got my PR January 7th 2023. So I got it within so I was an international student for 6 months. Right now I don't really have any use of my study permit. My study permit expires in 2025, but there's no use of it. I'll just keep it somewhere wherever it is. I just have my PR card. I can't show it because it has personal information, but you can get a glimpse of how it looks. Also, when you have a PR here in Canada compared to some other countries, you're able to apply for a citizenship. Why is this door making noise? You're able to apply for a citizenship in 3 years, so I can do that. I'm also learning French too, so I don't even know how the citizenship thing works, but I'm learning French because it's good. You can get more opportunities if you're bilingual here, and maybe you can speed up the process. I'm getting the card right now, so just hide my information and show you what I can show you. Yeah, this is the card. That's how it is, just like a small card, and at the back is to show you the date you landed and some other things, your country of origin, landing, all those things like that. Yeah, so what I'm focusing on now is, since this is the 29th of July and school starts, my school situation, I need to make another separate video for that. I'm enrolled in 2 schools right now. School starts around the ending of August, beginning of September. So I'm focusing on my driver's license, getting my driver's license first. While I'm also submitting, I was doing my immunization. I did my immunization, and no, I did my blood test to see if I'm safe from diseases, and it turns out that I need to get hepatitis B vaccine and measles vaccine, but I got it in Nigeria. I guess it was a long time ago, so it might have worn off, or I don't know. So I have to get that again because you have to do that for nursing school. I did that. Yeah, my driver's license and my French. That's pretty much what's going on. I just wanted to let it out because people have been asking me, oh, what's the international fees for this? I still know some of those things, but as of now, I heard that some of the prices may have increased. I'll still do my research. Most times when you ask questions, when people ask questions, 90% of the time I'm going on Google, searching up that same question and answering it back in the comment section. I still do research and answer your questions. Also, I'm linking down things in my description, a full guide of what I submitted for my study permit, because some people want to know that there's a list of things on the study permit IRCC website where you can submit those things. I did a video of that, but also where does that thing go? I'll link it. But also some other extra things that I submitted that you may want to know. PR, getting the PR takes very long. I think not that long, maybe it depends, because we applied during the COVID. Yeah, I applied for my study permit during that COVID time when COVID was like it was everywhere and it wasn't funny at all. That COVID time wasn't funny. At the same time, my mom applied for the PR. October 2020. Yeah, that's when that happened. And I just want to be sure this camera is on. Let me just check this. Okay, it's on. So I also, what was I saying? I applied for my study permit around that COVID time. It took so long. I applied 2 times because the first time I applied, I think, when did I apply? I forgot to know. I think it was March. Yes, March 2021. But then I didn't get any reply because they were saying, oh, they're focusing on people from Afghanistan or is it Ukraine? One of those, I think it's Afghanistan, yeah. And also COVID-19 is taking so long to order. Then after some time, school was supposed to start. I started school online and my study permit hadn't come out yet. That was like September. What's happening? Around November, we're like, okay, maybe I should just submit another application and pay the fee again, even though it's just taking too long and we don't know when when they will be done with this. Maybe it's at the back of their files. It was online, but at the back, and they are focusing on those other things. So I applied again November 12th 2021 for the study permit, and I got the approval February 15th 2022. Yeah, so that time I was doing online classes. Thank God I got the approval, but most of my teachers, I told them my situation, so they're like, oh, I can write my exam online. So I didn't have to rush to school, pay the plane ticket on time. I was still in Nigeria doing my school, but I had the approval. I just went in June because like to get used to the environment before main in-person school starts. This is another part of the story, but I just think some people need to know, instead of all these tips, tricks, all that, just hear from somebody else's story and see how things have gone for other people, also how it can help you with your situation. If you have any questions, like, or any stories you have about your own application, I have a Telegram group. You can write it there. That Telegram group, the first time I talked about it was, I think, some months ago. It had maybe 2 people in the group. So I didn't expect the group to grow that much, because I think the first time I talked about that group, I didn't have up to 8,000 subscribers. I had maybe 500 or 400 subscribers. I can't remember. So maybe I was thinking, okay, maybe 10 people would enter here, but then there are over 300 people in the group, and every time there's 1,000 questions. So sometimes I go there and people are like, oh, where's our group admin? She's not here. I'm actually on the group, but you guys are doing yourselves good. I see people answering other people's questions. It's almost like I don't even need to be there. But if there's any question addressed to me personally, then if I see it, I'll answer it. You can check the group, join the group for questions and answers to your specific questions. Study permit is the easiest way to come to Canada, but the best way is through the PR. I think most people know this is the best way, but it takes very long most times. I know some people have waited for years. Okay, so we sent in this. I'm saying we like I was there. Okay, I wasn't there. That was 2020. I was in school. I was in boarding school, but it was sent 20 October 2020, and we got the approval, is that what you call it, or correspondence letter on the 2nd of November 2022. So that's around, let's say, give or take 2 years and a few weeks. It could take less time because that was during the COVID time. So if you're applying now, it may actually take less time. I think it's taking less time because Canada wants to bring so many people in. They want their economy to boom, so like bring more people, have more people, professionals, all these doctors, lawyers that their country is not doing them justice. We'll bring them here and the system works here. So I don't know how easy it is to get a job as that. I think you just have to do a certificate, and if you're certified in Canada, then it's possible. So I see some people online and just discouraging every single person. I know Canada is a country, right? It's not, maybe they're saying that because people think that Canada is heaven, where you will just land and everything good will just fall on your feet, fall around you. But no, Canada is a country. Canada is like Nigeria. Canada is like whatever country you're from. There are people in there. It's just that as it's a first world country, so it has better systems, people that obey those laws, and Canada has a better standard of living. So that's why people think when you go there, it's just jobs lined up for you, opportunities lined up for you. I would say yes, there are things lined up for you, but it's not open like that. You have to really get into the system to see, oh, there are so many opportunities for people. But if you're willing to wait longer, then by all means, the longer the wait and maybe a better reward at the end, why not? But for someone my age now, I'm 18 years old, or and this house is quiet today. That's good. Is that your head? So you're watching movie, Roblox movie.
I'm watching YouTube video. Ouch, my jaw hurts.
Well, you deserve it. Oh, no, I forgot what I was saying. Because do you know what I was saying?
No, I wasn't listening.
I should have just continued talking. See, I've lost my train of thoughts. That's what I'll say. In my next video, hopefully I'll be able to describe what I mean by I'm enrolled in 2 schools at this point, in 2 provinces. Like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.